Those women out there who sacrifice it all, day in, day out, against all the odds. Women like this.
It was supposed to be the deal of the decade. A royal turned rebel, a $100 million contract, and a global streaming platform ready to reinvent itself with one of the most talked about women on the planet. But what started as a fairy tale collaboration between Meghan Markle and Netflix has slowly, painfully morphed into a cautionary tale, one that's still unraveling in real time. From boardroom chaos to a marketing disaster so bad it became the punchline of 1,000 tweets, Meghan's Netflix adventure is less of a comeback and more of a crash landing in slow motion. But how did it all go so wrong? Why did Netflix go from treating Meghan like the next Oprah to quietly trimming budgets and firing teams behind the scenes? Let's rewind. When Meghan and Prince Harry inked their partnership with Netflix in 2020, the world watched with wide eyes and raised eyebrows.
Rare video of her daughter Lilibet playing with her auntie Serena Williams. A revealing and candid new People magazine cover story about life at home with Harry.
It's recording.
Okay. After stepping back from royal duties, the Sussexes promised to use their platform to create content that informs but also gives hope. Buzzwords like authentic, inspirational, and impactful were thrown around like confetti at a royal wedding. Netflix, eager to attach itself to royalty, or at least royalty-adjacent celebrity, jumped on board. The streaming giant was in a fierce content war with competitors like Disney+, HBO Max, and Amazon Prime. Meghan and Harry were a shiny new asset. Never mind the lack of production experience or storytelling credentials. This was a PR jackpot, or so they thought. Meghan's big solo project arrived with pastel colors, warm lighting, and the comforting scent of self-care. With Love, Meghan was positioned as a cozy lifestyle series.
Eggs out of a free-range chicken's backside with her bare hands before presumably sprinkling some flower petals on them to feed to her kids who've had a hard day of being looked after by the nanny in their other mansion.
Part cooking show, part personal journal, part empowerment guide. But what audiences got felt more like a Pinterest board come to life, with Meghan drifting between monologues on mindfulness, avocado toast recipes, and reflections on her journey from Duchess to real woman. The vibe, polished, the tone, earnest, the execution, unfortunately, flat. Critics pounced almost immediately. One reviewer dubbed it Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop, minus the science and plus a tiara. Social media roasted it with memes about billionaire struggles and tone-deaf branding. The comment sections weren't just harsh, they were volcanic. And it wasn't just anonymous trolls. Even some fans, the ride or dies, who had defended Meghan through royal drama, family fallout, and tabloid attacks, went quiet. After the brutal reception, insiders expected a pivot, maybe a new editor, a reworked second episode, or a more grounded narrative. Instead, Meghan went after the marketing team.
And a brand new Martha Stewart-ish lifestyle series.
Let's go.
This is the reinvention of Meghan Markle.
This is what I do, and I haven't been able to share it with you.
The Duchess just rebranded her American Riviera Orchard brand as ever.
According to multiple reports, she personally requested the dismissal of Netflix's internal promo staff, seasoned veterans who'd overseen launches of hits like Stranger Things, The Crown, and Squid Game. These weren't interns with Canva accounts. These were the people Netflix trusted with billion-dollar rollouts. So why fire them? Sources say Meghan blamed the trailer. Not the content, not the vibe, not the format, just the trailer. In her eyes, the show wasn't the problem. It was how the world perceived the show. And that's when things took a surreal turn. In place of Netflix's in-house staff, Meghan allegedly built her own hand-picked squad, over 100 people.
Oh my gosh, Meghan Markle is insufferable. She's as popular as getting hardcore chafing during the first kilometre of a marathon. All you working mums out there having a hard time juggling your career and parents.
Selected not just for experience, but to meet a vision aligned with the diversity, equity, and inclusion. Was it empowering? Maybe. Was it effective? Not even close. This new team's trailer dropped and flopped harder. Even Meghan's most loyal defenders, Influencers, commentators, podcasters who had staked their brands on standing by her fell silent. No retweets, no Instagram stories, no "Yas Queen" quotes, just digital crickets. For Netflix, the silence was deafening. What happened next felt inevitable. Netflix cut the budget hard. Nearly 40% of the promotional funds were slashed. Entire departments went dark. And quietly, very quietly, the Meghan Markle marketing dream team was let go. Every last one of them. One source described it as a corporate purge. Another said it was like watching a mall close down in slow motion. But here's where it gets even messier. The move wasn't just about money. It was about internal politics. Ted Sarandos, Netflix's co-CEO and Meghan's original champion, had been shielding her from critics since day one. But the other co-CEO, Greg Peters, wasn't on board.
And today dropped her new Netflix series, With Love, Meghan.
What? This is probably one of the most glamorous moments of my life.
Celebrity friends, chefs,
That is so good.
We family now.
and even her husband, Prince Harry, joined in. But he's only in the final episode.
Oh, there he is.
As Meghan shares an intimate look at her life in Montecito. Kinda. The show was shot in a rented $6 million mansion near her actual home.
He reportedly viewed the project as a financial and reputational liability, a flashy expense with no upside. When the marketing team was axed, it wasn't just about a trailer, it was a power play. Peters won, and Sarandos, he folded. If you thought Meghan would take this quietly, think again. Insiders say she's furious, that she feels betrayed by Netflix, that she's claiming the firings were discriminatory, rooted in racism, sexism, and a systemic dismissal of her vision. She's reportedly even considering a documentary about the fallout from her other documentary. You can't make this up. Instead of reassessing the show's tone or content, Meghan has doubled down, suggesting Netflix didn't support her enough, that the media misunderstood her, and that the world is once again out to get her. It's the same playbook we've seen before. Position yourself as the victim, shift blame to unnamed haters, and flood the zone with inspirational quotes about resilience and inner peace. But this time, the audience isn't buying it.
I mean, how relatable is that, eh? You're a single mum of two in Basingstoke. You've just come in off the night shift and you see one of your kids outside eating worms.
Now here's the kicker. Netflix recently announced a second season of With Love, Meghan. Except, it's not really season 2. It's leftover footage from the first round of production. Think deleted scenes, bonus content, and interviews that didn't make the first cut. It's more of a repackaged part 2 than a genuine renewal. Still, Meghan is pushing forward. She's reportedly lobbying for a third season. More episodes, more control, more money. And if that sounds wild, remember, this is the same Meghan who once pitched herself as a thought leader, a change maker, and a spiritual successor to Oprah, with a side of avocado toast. Internally, Netflix is done pretending. Executives are treating the project like a sunk cost, something to quietly wrap up and bury under press releases about new K-dramas and true crime hits. Even Ted Sarandos, her most vocal supporter, has stepped back. Sources say he's disengaged, that he's actively seeking ways to move on without igniting another media firestorm.
I mean, how relatable is that, eh? You're a single mum of two in Basingstoke. You've just come in off the night shift and you see one of your kids outside eating worms.
And Meghan? She's not moving on. She's doubling down, reportedly launching her own production company, brainstorming new podcasts, pitching memoirs, and hosting empowerment events that feel more like brand rehab than anything else. It's clear she's not letting go. But it's also clear that, well, the audience already has. So what happens now? Does Netflix finally pull the plug? Do they greenlight season 3 out of politeness? Or do they ghost Meghan like a bad Tinder date? Whatever happens next, this much is clear. The Meghan Markle experiment is no longer about content. It's about ego, optics, and an empire that was never built on substance to begin with. She wanted to control the narrative. Instead, she became the narrative. What started as a prestige partnership is ending as a meme. And unless something dramatically changes, this won't be remembered as the moment Meghan Markle redefined Hollywood. It'll be remembered as the moment she misunderstood it completely. I can't wait to see the next twist in this disaster. Hit the subscribe button now to join the Spill Squad and stay in the loop with me,